Hey guys, welcome to Comic Night with Z's. There hasn't really been a whole lot of geek news since San Diego Comic Con's just finished. So there's not really a whole lot to just tell you about aside from just the Avatar thing. So let's Stephen Yeun is taking over as Fire Lord Zuko in the new Avatar Last Airbender movie that's supposed to come out in October of next year. That's kind of cool because he was Avatar 1. He was the original Avatar as documented or as seen in, the original Korra, Legend of Korra? Yeah, Legend of Korra. And it's kind of cool he's coming back, but dude, Dante Bosco, man. He voiced an adult version of Zuko's grandson. So why wouldn't Dante Bosco come back as Fire Lord Zuko? You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's hard to wrap my head around it. Yes, but what's also weird is I think unless IMDb is just messing with us, I saw a lot of things of people saying that they still list Dante Bosco as Zuko for the movie.
So like they'll flash back to him when he's young or something?
Maybe. Or maybe it'll be like, or maybe they're just saying like, hey, Stephen Yeun's gonna play him, gonna play it like Zuko, but maybe there's like a time jump or something at the very end, and it's just like old Zuko. So they give him like a
different
voice actor or something.
I guess
because 70s. Well, I can't even say 70s. He was probably like 70 years old in the. Well, no, yeah, and Korra, he did look pretty old.
So,
right?
So he's like what, 16 in by the time Avatar ends.
Yeah,
the original Last Airbender. So he was 16 and Aang was 12.
Yes.
Aang died at 86.
Yes.
So 3 years older. She's 89 by the time Aang dies. So by the end of Korra, or by the middle of Korra, she is 17. So he's like 106 or something like that.
Yeah, put in some numbers.
Yeah, he's putting some numbers.
And Aang actually died at 180. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no. Like I'm talking like non-suspended animation.
Nah, 180.
Okay.
It counts, okay.
186. Yes, we go deep into the lore of Avatar here in this shop.
He was still alive. He was just sleeping. He went on the greatest nap ever.
That is true. He did wake up pretty energetic.
Yes, that's seriously how it is. It's the meme of he just laid down, but in this case, Aang went out to just, escape some troubles, and then ended up just waking up to his alarm clock and like, oh shoot, no, I missed the war.
All right, but they're recasting a lot of them, even though they did voice their adult or like contemporary counterpart, like grown-up counterparts, because they have not shown who's replacing Sokka on the voice yet, at least as far as I've known. But I highly doubt it's going to be Chris Hardwick because he voiced Sokka in the flashbacks in Korra. I would be stoked if Chris Hardwick came back as a grown-up Sokka. Plus, Chris Hardwick has a pretty good line delivery. And then they straight up recast Toph. I only know her by her Instagram handle, Michaela Mosley.
Yeah.
I don't remember her last name. She used to go by Jessica Flowers, Jessie Flowers.
It's fun. She's so much younger than I thought she was.
She's 30.
I know. And other than Aang, because I remember seeing on Nickelodeon, they would show every now and then they'd have the commercials where it's the behind the scenes of the actors doing the voice. So I saw Aang, I knew he was okay there. He's actually a kid, but I never saw Toph. They showed. I remember seeing Sokka, Zuko, obviously, and a little bit of my guy, and a little bit of Katara. But I never remembered seeing Toph. And I just imagined, I was like, oh, it could be like
Mai Whitman, I think, was in her early 20s, late teens when she did Avatar.
Yeah, I was like, this could be just like I can't believe I'm blanking on her name, but like, it was just, a lot of voice actors that can make themselves sound young. So I was all like, yeah, there's probably just another, like, I'm not saying old, not saying I imagine them old or any of our, like, the beloved voice actors being old. It's just like, imagine them being older. And so, like, when I first ran into her account, like, 2 years ago or something, and I started following her, I was all like, she's only 30?
Yeah.
Really? I was like, wow.
Yeah, and like, she leans hardcore into the like, she was tough. Yeah. Which I would too, man.
I would too, like, as well.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, Dante Bosco, he's like, I'm so many people, you just know me.
Yeah. It's tremendous, bro.
It's kind of like the Mark Ruffalo Twitter account versus
the Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Like, Mark Ruffalo lists everything that he's done. Robert Downey Jr. is like, you know who I am. That's kind of how it hit me. Whenever I saw
everything. It gets everything. It's the good, the bad, the tremendous.
Yep. But yeah, so more on the Avatar stuff whenever we find out anything, because obviously we're keeping our ears to the ground on the Avatar stuff. I'm super excited about the movie. By the way, I'm mildly excited about the show too. I enjoyed the first one.
Right now I'm just. Or like, wait, you mean the
live action,
the show for
the live action Last Airbender?
Okay,
doesn't that come out in the fall, right?
I think so.
Right.
I enjoyed the first season of that one. I'm not saying I loved it. It was enjoyable.
Yes.
I am kind of like, where the heck do they go with it? Because they did a lot of stuff from like season 2 and 3 and put it in season 1. So I'm like,
if you noticed in the first season, Aang did not waterbend at all.
Yeah.
So maybe they're saving the training montages for season 2, but by taking the pieces from season 2 and putting them in the first one, I could see that.
But still, I'm still like, you got the touching moment of finding out that, of finding out like Iroh's son is dead and all that, and doing all that. You kind of took that away from season 2, and you're like, what are they going to put there? And then you took the Cave of Two Lovers away. And
wasn't the Cave of Two Lovers? I'm pretty sure that was still in the first season.
It was
wasn't it?
Because they end up going, because they go through the Cave of Two Lovers when they are going to.
They already have Toph with them.
Yeah, they already have.
No, they don't. That's season 1, man.
But they go to, because they're going to Omashu.
You're right.
And that's when they find out, like, oh shoot, Omashu's already been taken over.
You're right. It's
gotta be season 2.
It's right before they get to Toph, because that's before they go and
when he
get
finds out, hey,
Omashu.
you have to go find Toph.
You're right.
So
I'm getting my episodes mixed up.
You took that away, especially how bad they like flipped it, where it's all like, okay, I'm not seeing this great relationship form between Aang. He didn't even ask her. He didn't even ask her if she wanted to go penguin something with him. That's 101, bro.
I think
that's how you get their interest.
That was like the number one thing. That's what that was their thing. Penguin sweating.
Yes,
that's the spark right there.
They say you need to open up with a line that gets them thinking, like, huh, what? That keeps you in their head. That's it.
Yep. Yep. Totally agree. So yeah, anything that we learn more about any of the Avatar stuff, don't worry, we're gonna let y'all guys know about it. Moving on. So I put this in the group chat. So we had talked about how credit card companies were messing with Steam and something called Ishta.io, and how they were kind of strong arming them into not having adult oriented, not safe for work games on their platforms, because it goes against some sort of morality clause or whatever. Turns out there's more to the story. Apparently, this mothers against whatever group from I'm pretty sure it was from Australia, which is kind of weird to me, but they came out and said that they're the ones that did. They sent in about 1,000 emails and petitions and stuff into MasterCard, Visa, allegedly, and that's what caused the crackdown. But here's where it gets a little trickier. They started delisting horror games. with the Texas accent that apparently we have, because people have told us about it. We can't say horror unless we slow ourselves down. Otherwise, it sounds something like something else. But anyway,
I'm thinking about it too much, so it wouldn't work if I said it now. Yeah. I'm thinking about it too much.
So apparently, they've been delisting horror games and like more of the not adult oriented, just more of the more mature oriented games as well. And now people are getting pissed. People are like, whoa, okay, we kind of get this one. We're still mad about it. We're talking to we're sending some emails about these, but these ones were straight up actual games, and some of these can affect people's livelihoods. Not like super huge like AAA games that they're delisting. They're delisting the stuff that, you know, Mark and Craig down the street built in about like 2 years worth of you know, programming and stuff, and that was their bread and butter. Now people are getting mad, so much so that 4chan, a lot of people from 4chan are
still around.
Yes, 4chan is still around. A lot of people are sending in emails, petitions, and they said if 1,000 is enough to get them to reverse their you know, clauses or whatever, then we're going to hit them with 4,000. We're going to hit them with 5,000 kind of thing. So a lot of their members are sending in. And the funny thing is, they're not even bogus emails. They're just like, dude, like, we want our games back, and it's getting pretty crazy, especially since supposedly in a response to this, in response to people, you know, basically blasting them, saying, "Hey, why'd you do this?" They said, "Hey, we don't make policy changes on this." Well, they did. They're the ones that told Steam, Ishta.io that they are gonna like have like trouble processing their payments and stuff because they allow this. So more on that as it develops. But right now, you know, shame, and you know, it's pretty much all we got for news today. So let's dive into the reviews. First up, California Love. I was not a fan. I think I was lied to about what this comic was supposed to be. I think we all were. Mm-hmm. Because when I read the solicitations, it made it sound like it was going to be following their downtime. Like all the family is going to have a random outing to go and just, you know, have fun in the sun on the beach, you know, whatever. And the antics that, you know, Connor and John might get up to, or, you know, Supergirl and Power Girl, or, you know, stuff like that. That's stuff that we would want to see. This one is a bunch of different stories, which I'm pretty sure like that was kind of standard, but they only vaguely have something to do with LA. And it's not that memorable. The only thing I remember 3 stories out of here, and there's more stories in there than 3. The first one is the Jimmy Olsen. Was it the first one? Yeah, the first one was Jimmy Olsen.
The first one was Superman doing
the kaiju.
The kaiju. The second one, I'm pretty sure, was Jimmy. Now that you're telling me, I'm remembering it, and I'm pretty sure that was the second.
So yeah, that's how uninterested I was when reading this. The only thing that popped out to me was one of the stories builds on a random comic from 1966. Where apparently Jimmy Olsen was like forced to marry, or was going to be forced to marry a smart gorilla, and yeah, it sounds as weird as it sounds. Okay, it's not good. There's Superman versus Kaiju. There's I did like 2 of the stories though. Lois Lane reporting on a podcaster. Kind of thing, basically like kind of demystifying their podcasts or whatever. It was okay, and it was Lois being, you know, Lois, classic Lois as a reporter story. So I really liked that, but I think it could have been in a different comic, especially since I was promised like, you know, fun, like downtime kind of stuff in the solicitations. The Supergirl at the end, featuring John Constantine, that was the closest we get to them doing Vacation, and it was just Supergirl and Constantine, however you wanted me to pronounce it. But nothing crazy in here. Honestly, this is kind of a miss for me. I will. It had 2 good stories to me, so I will give it a 2 out of 5.
I just remember the bookends. That's it. Like first one and the last one. But yeah, I kind of forgot a lot of stuff.
And
I love Superman.
And, like, we had just read it.
The summer of Superman has been amazing, but
it's kind of sad that this is what we're going out on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 2 out of 5 for California one shot.
Like how California does not have heat compared to Texas. This did not have any heat.
I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't want to get canceled or, emails and stuff, because mine is the email attached to this.
What's bad about that? This had no heat.
You're over here bashing California.
I'm not bashing them. Like, California is pretty dang cool. I'd love to visit California. Okay. I'm just saying, like, their heat compared to our heat, like temperature-wise, it's not that much heat.
Okay. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't been to California in a while.
This works. I've never been to California that much either, but I got like friends that are like, dude, it's 80 over here. We're dying. And I'm like,
are you serious?
Not that hot, bro.
Like 80 is a good temperature here.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good spring, good fall weather.
Plus this works on. Plus my little like anecdote right here works on 2 levels, because it was not that good of a joke for a not that good comic book.
I'll give you that.
But yes, like, I'm not bashing California. Like, I got a lot. I got friends from California.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna stop right there.
Yeah, we'll stop right there.
California's cool. That's all we're saying.
But California love one shot.
California was not that good.
I'm not a fan. Gave it a 2 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep up with the Super Fam, definitely pick it up. But you don't have to, kind of thing. Moving on to Justice League Dark Tomorrow one shot. So, right, Dark Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justice League Dark Tomorrow one shot special. This one picks up with a new character, or what we believe is a new character, calling themselves Legend, basically being tossed through time and hunted by something. They call them the Omega Demons, which are basically, they just have an Omega symbol on the face, and they are hunting down time travelers, which throughout the course of the issue, you find out that these displaced time travelers have a type of energy in them. And these demons, or whatever you want to call them, are siphoning them off. The artwork is amazing. The storyline feels like we should have been reading another issue to catch up on the ancillary stuff, because I don't remember Terry McGinnis being in the current history. Then again, that might be why we're having the new DC history, the new history of the DC universe miniseries.
There something saying? I thought I remembered us saying like a while back that Terry was actually getting his own comic again.
Yeah, Terry is. I only saw a preview for it, but it didn't say when it took place. So I wasn't entirely sure.
Just because of that, like seeing him in this, I wasn't surprised. I was just like, oh, okay, so this is like starting up. Like, hey guys, Terry's coming back, and whenever he's gonna get his comic. So I wasn't too surprised on that. Yeah. I wasn't like, oh, especially it's time travel stuff.
Yeah, time travel shenanigans.
Yes.
All right, but yeah, it's it features like I think this is one of the few appearances of the Wave Rider from the DC Legend of Tomorrow TV show, which is in possession of Legend. So they never actually say who Legend is. They're always in a in this like exosuit sort of thing. I have a theory. that they are one of the Legends of Tomorrow from the TV show.
I mean, I guess that'd be kind of cool, but at the same time, when they've put the stipulation that like finding out who they are could cause a bunch of like time shenanigan stuff, it's like
it's probably one of them.
If it's one of them, yeah, it's like if it ends up being from the show, it's like how does that cause a time paradox, a bunch of paradoxes or whatever when they don't know you?
Because White Canary is dead in the main universe.
But still,
that's my speculation right there. That's White Canary. But yes, the artwork is fantastic. We get to meet a new the Gold Beetle. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool. Like her character is kind of like a fledgling hero kind of thing, and she's glitching, for lack of a better term. And throughout the course of the issue, you find out that maybe it's because the timeline is so broken, so busted, and all of these other time displaced heroes have been dispatched in order to figure out what's going on, trying to stop these Omega demons from getting whatever they're getting. Leaves off with a tease of the new storyline for Justice League Unlimited, the new Legion from the Darkseid's Legion from the 31st century attacking. The story arc is currently ongoing in Superman number 26, 27. But yeah, I liked this one a lot. This is where we're going to defer. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 because I liked what it set up. I liked how it happened, and to me, it didn't I didn't have to know the backstory. I was like, okay, cool, Terry's there, let's roll with it. And then they kind of said, oh, displaced heroes. Oh, okay, because he's a displaced hero. So, like, I gave it a 4 out of 5.
I mean, to me, it was like, it does everything that it's setting out to do. Like, this is something that's kind of setting up all the stuff to come. It does that nicely. But other than that, there was, like, not really a part that made me be like, ooh, that's awesome, that's dope, that's amazing. I was just like, okay, like, that was a pretty good job. Nice 3 out of 5, you know, like, it's good, it's not bad, it's very solid. Just, there was nothing that made me go, ah.
All right, so Justice League Dark Tomorrow, one-shot special. I gave it 4 out of 5, you gave it 3 out of 5. Mm-hmm. All right. Still a pretty good comic. We do recommend picking it up. Moving on to Godzilla versus Boston. That's my name for him. He is Gus. All right, Godzilla versus Boston. This is the latest in a line of one-shots where Godzilla and America are just they just ain't vibing. This one, just like the others, are a bunch of collections of short stories set in Boston, and overall, fun and informative. In the second story in here, which you can kind of call it a story. It's basically would
have been a dope flip book.
It really would have been. So a giant blue lobster mutates, starts attacking Boston, and in each panel is a little, basically an asterisk with a number where it shows where they're attacking, why it's important, and gives little tidbits on the habits of Bostonians.
Bostonians? Pretty sure it's Stonians.
Or Bostonites?
Nah, Bostonians. Bostonians sounds more.
No, well, yeah, okay, Bostonians. But yeah, it's kind of cool how I didn't know that Krispy Kreme and donuts came from Boston. Did you know? Did you know that? I did not know that. This is actually informative. Krispy Kreme, like oatmeal cream pies. Mm-hmm. And donuts came from Boston.
Yeah, bro.
I did not know this.
I mean, you got Dunkin' Donuts too.
I mean, is that from Boston?
Yeah, they're famous for their donuts, bro.
Well, yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is famous for their donuts, but so is Shipley's donuts.
America will forever be in debt to Boston for its tea and donuts.
Don't say that. They threw the tea. They did not make the tea. They threw the tea. But yes, so a bunch of little short stories from here. Really good stories, man. I really can't explain them without basically ruining them because they're pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, anytime, in any comic, when
Damn it, Thunder.
when a comic is made up of a bunch of short stories, it is hard to go that much in depth in them because like they're so short that you ruin it if you go too much into it.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike with the other one, when you just don't remember them.
Yeah, like this one, I remember these ones. I don't remember these ones, and I read them back to back. Okay, I actually read this one first and then this one, but yes. The artwork varies from story to story, but my favorite one is kind of like it's told as like a storybook, like a children's storybook. It features Godzilla and Mothra from the larval stage to the moth stage, and it's really cute. You get Manila in here. I'm not going to tell you how, and if you don't know Manila, you will learn who Manila is once you read this. I give this one a solid 3 out of 5.
Mm.
Yeah, yes. I wasn't disappointed with it. The one from LA was kind of boring.
I know,
no, not LA. Chicago.
I don't think we read the LA one.
We did.
I'm pretty sure they've done LA.
Yeah, no, they did LA.
It's just, apologies to California again. The Chicago one really
it turned us off
for it that we just stopped reading for a while.
Yeah. Well, no, this is only the third one, so we just missed LA.
Yeah. My apologies, LA. I'm sorry.
All right, but yeah, 3 out of 5 for Godzilla versus Boston. One shot, or Godzilla versus America, the Godzilla versus Boston. Let me see. Moving on to, I think it was supposed to be this one, right? Savage Wolverine #1. Savage. I think this is supposed to be a one shot because it's a complete. It looks like a self-contained story, but. It's set not too long after the fall of Krakoa, and it just follows Wolverine on one of it. Wolverine basically does a bunch of walkabouts, all right? And it just follows him as he bunks in a town for the night, and he accidentally wanders into a John Carpenter movie.
Yeah,
and that is
straight up the Thing.
Yeah, the Thing with a central, like one guy is controlling everything.
Which Thing is the Thing? Did Thing come first, or did the Thing come first?
Are you talking about Ben Grimm?
Yeah.
The Thing came first.
The Thing came first, so that one is the Thing.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that one up because that's an interesting thing.
Because I know we can't go off of the Russell. I can't remember if it was a book or not, but I know we can't go off of the Russell. Kurt Russell.
Yeah, we were doing it again.
Kurt Russell.
We were doing it again
because that one in itself is kind of like a remake.
Yeah, the John Carpenter's The Thing is a remake of an older movie, but I don't remember when that movie came out.
How far it goes back.
I think it was called The Thing from Outer Space or something like that.
Something like that.
So yeah, we'll look that up and we'll figure that out. But this one right here, Savage Wolverine #1, I'm pretty sure is a #1. Or is just a one shot. Like I said, he's bunking in this random town throughout the night. They got some reservations about a mutant being in there because apparently when Krakoa came out and was offering amnesty and a haven for all of these mutants, everybody's all like, nobody around here is gonna take them up on that. And like 3/4 of the town turned out to be mutants, and everybody is just like, well, this town is dying. And there's. Like, this one kind of hits you over the head with the bigotry allegory and the racism stuff, which is, prevalent in all X-Men stuff because that's basically what it is.
What X-Men was built off of.
Yes.
So we're not dogging on it.
Yeah. It's just like, this one like just hits you in the face with it repeatedly with adamantium knuckles.
It's one of those where it's like, a lot of X-Men stuff does it so nicely, and this one was kind of like...
Kind of heavy-handed.
It's kind of like heavy-handed of like, hey man, you kind of already know what you sign up for, or at least you should know what you sign up for when you get anything X-Men related.
Yes. X-Men's been woke since the 60s, man. They just have.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't need you to throw it at me.
We already know this, man. We're with you. We're behind you. Just, tell a good story. And I think a lot of stuff sacrifices quality storytelling for, oh man, they won't know what hit them, kind of thing. But like this one, I still enjoyed the series or this one shot. I still enjoyed the comic. I did enjoy the artwork, and yeah, the storyline itself is pretty simple. You know, Wolverine stops in town and, you know, puts a stop to shenanigans. What more could you want from a Wolverine? There's blood, there's violence, and there's him on a motorcycle drinking beer. What more can you want from a Wolverine story? It does presume on itself a little bit too much. If it didn't do that, I would confidently say 4 out of 5. But because it just really keeps hitting you over the head with it. Like, dude, we've known about this for 60 some odd years. Mm-hmm. Just tell a good story. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5. Still worth picking up, but definitely pick it up.
Yeah, it's like 3 out of 5. Again, pretty much the same reasons. And like, we know when you've been around as long as they have, it's hard to bring anything new to it. But at the same time, when you're just throwing it out there, you know, adding nothing, like not even putting a little nice spice or anything on it, it's just like, okay, dude, like, let's get to the other part of the story. Mm. But it's still good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So moving on to something we know you'll really enjoy. Was that Sherman or Peabody? Oh, I know, that was Rocky. Rocky the Squirrel. No?
I don't remember.
You know Rocky and Bullwinkle?
I've seen it, yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember it that very much right now.
That's sad. All right, Gotham City Sirens, Unfit for Orbit, number 5. This is the conclusion to the story, and it kind of goes a little fast, but seeing as how it's the conclusion, they kind of have to wrap everything up. There's at the end of the last issue, you know, they went in orbit, and now they have to figure out a way to stop everybody from becoming more like Despero. The gigantic psychic alien, and not the cute little mouse with the big ears.
Great book. Fantastic. First chapter book I ever real chapter book I ever read. So I read the Magic Treehouse book.
I don't think I've ever... Okay.
I know, that was after your time. Okay. Magic Treehouse was after your time.
I was about to say, don't you mean Magic School Bus? When I was like, wait, no. Those are picture books.
First book I ever read was a Bernstein Bears one. I
think my first chapter book was War of the Worlds, because I had just seen the movie, and I was like
Tom Cruise's movie?
Yeah.
You didn't read a chapter book until you were like 17?
What?
How old were you when that came out?
90. Wait, I don't know.
Oh, wait, are we talking like no pictures in the chapter book? Or no pictures? Yeah. Okay, there's chapters. There's pictures.
I was in the 6th grade. How old was I in the 6th grade?
You're like
12 2002.
Yeah.
No, I read chapter books before that.
Okay, I can't count Despero then if we're not counting if we're counting books without pictures, because it's one of those that's like, it's seldom pictures.
Oh, okay. Like, I think those ones are okay.
There's like little drawings in there.
I think those ones are okay.
Yeah. The first one, then by default the first one would be, if we didn't go off of that though, and we said it didn't count, then the first would be Gunslinger.
Okay, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
All right, but so Gotham City Sirens, Unfit for Orbit, number 5, picks up immediately after the 4th one, where the spaceship is, you know, heading into the atmosphere, and it's going to spew all of the fire over the Earth, transforming more people into Despero-like creatures. Immediately, Poison Ivy, she's the BAMF of this entire story. She's just keeping everybody alive, taking out everybody. And it's like, she's just, I've never seen her be used like this. Like, I know she's a badass, but in here they actually put push her to the limit that I've seen, and the first time I've seen it anyway. And Harley is still there. She's basically battling Despero on the Mindscape, while Selina is battling him in like IRL kind of thing. And it's just really good. Every single one is working in tandem with each other, and then you get a little Deus Ex Machina from because Harley just decided to start texting her buddy that they need help, and it's a pretty cool little callback to pretty much all of Harley's adventures with that character. Because I'm not going to tell you who it is, but you'll really like how she pops up, and the censorship on what they say, because the birds. That's what they are. They're birds, and I know the name of the birds, and it's funny. But yes, it's funny. It's got action and ties up everything pretty nicely, and I'm just a fan of it. You know what I mean? I gave this one a very positive 4 out of 5. I definitely recommend picking it up. It does what it does very well.
Yes, like it's just a straight up good time, and I've said it before, and I will say it again to close it out. The fact that it is a rare series that came out week after week after week after week, and kept everything so nicely. Like there wasn't one that there was like. I think we said issue like 3 or so was the one that kind of dipped a little bit, but it was understandable dip. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, it just tanked. Like they kept it all pretty consistent. Yeah. So like this whole series has just been fantastic. It's been tremendous. So like I can give this 4 out of 5. Yes, it's a very nice 4 out of 5.
I was trying to grab it.
I know. I saw you trying to grab it.
All right, moving on to Spider-Man Wolverine number 3. Right? 3? Yeah, 3. I'm spacing out on issue numbers today. So Spider-Man Wolverine number 3 picks up a little bit after number 2, where Wolverine had to basically gut Spider-Man in order to stop him from his rampage. As the solicitation showed, they're waking up in the Savage Land with sort of more iconic variants of like varied costumes, which when Wolverine was in his tan and yellow costume is when I think he dealt mostly with Omega Red, and then the black costume is what Craven associated with Spider-Man more for like some of the bigger storylines between them. So that makes a little bit more sense. Kara Andrews still on the interior artwork, still works in here. I don't know why I have such a problem with it in Rain. Maybe it's the ink or the colorist or something. I don't know.
That world in general.
Maybe.
That world in general, because even the first Spider-Man Reign kind of looked strange, but the art wasn't that like
yeah.
But maybe they just delved too into it, and maybe they were just like, okay, the world's gotten even more, and now
sort of like from Fantastic Four, and then Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, where like Jessica Alba was great, great looking as Sue. Everybody looked great, and then in number 2, everything was all like bright and shiny, and now she had like an extra 3 bottles of blonde hair dye in her. And it's like, what the heck?
This looks too HD, too clean.
Maybe I can see it. Like they're like, oh man, we got to improve this. Don't improve whatever's good.
It gave the feel of like how one of my friends, she says one thing she doesn't like about a lot of shows. Well, the kind of only gripe she had with the Amazon Lord of the Rings show is everything just looks too clean. Where it's like, I don't believe you're living in those clothes. It looks like you're just cosplaying.
where you see Viggo Mortensen, and he went camping in his Aragon suit.
But it worked. But it adds that extra oomph to it, you know, where you're like, okay, like it helps you immerse more. And like, if it looks too clean, you're just like, are you just cosplaying right now? Like, not saying like I love cosplaying. Like, cosplaying is amazing, but like when you're in a show or a movie or something like this, it's just like, it can be too clean.
Yeah, it can be. So getting back to Spider-Man and Wolverine number 3, dude, we are going way off topic a lot into this one.
I'm so hungry. I blame it on my hunger. I am too. I don't get much hangry. Well, I do get hangry at times, but that takes time. But until I get to hangry, I talk a lot.
So Spider-Man and Wolverine number 3, we already talked. We already said picks up a little bit after in new costumes. Spider-Man is dealing with his, gut injury, and not a lot of people know this, but Spider-Man does have a healing factor.
Yes.
It's just not as fast as with Deadpool or Wolverines or anything, but it's still like he can come back from a gut shot in like relatively a couple days. In here, he's still dealing with the pain. They're having to run from dinosaurs, from villains. New villain involved in here. I'm not going to spoil who it is. And apparently they're teaming up with other people. The main thing about the last 2 issues, though, was how Spider-Man found out that Wolverine was there when his parents died, and may in fact have unalived them. But Wolverine made a pretty good point. The video cut out before anything could happen. and you don't know because he was friends with them back then. He could have been sent on assignment to save them from whatever was going to happen, and it just happened that he couldn't, kind of thing. Which prompts Spider-Man to remember that somebody else had actually said that that they were the reason. I think it was the Finisher from I think a 1982 storyline where they took credit for unaliving the parents. So now Spider-Man's like, I guess, but if it turns out you did it, we're gonna have some words.
And I'm a firm believer that Spider-Man would take him down.
Yeah, I am too.
Even though, like, that's something I remember from issue 2, because I think issue 2 was the one where issue 2 was the one where it was knockout, drag out the entire time between them. And, like, I just remember the debates online and the nerddomness of them being of people being like, they nerfed Spider-Man for this, and a bunch of other people being like, nah, Wolverine would totally take him down. And I'm like, I don't believe that.
I really don't.
If Spider-Man really wanted to, Wolverine would. I'm not saying he would figure out a way to, like, I don't think he'd actually have a way to, like, completely end Wolverine, but I also think he would be able to put Wolverine down for a significant amount of time anytime he wanted.
The only way you can really take down Wolverine is if you suffocate him, because that's what they did with Daken. That's what Wolverine did to Daken, and and he's been out for like ever. The only thing that brought him back was the demon, as Helverine. But like all Spidey has to do, bam, right in the nose, right in the mouth. He threatened to do that to Kingpin.
Oh, but doesn't it also dissolve after a while? So wouldn't he have to continue?
He can make
every, like 4 hours.
He's made one that is everlasting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the only reason it dissolves in an hour is because he put that limitation in there.
And then cleanup as well.
Yeah.
He's not going to have webs going from the city everywhere.
Yeah.
He's such a hazard on taxpayers.
I know, right? He's considerate that way. But yes, I give Spider-Man and Wolverine a solid 3 out of 5. I'm looking forward to the rest of this series.
Yes.
Very good. Very, very good plot usage, all that stuff, the characterizations, and I'm liking the action scenes in here. Really good, really, really, really well drawn action scenes, and them setting up all these Russian villains. It's kind of funny, I think.
Yes.
But yeah, it's so 3 out of 5. Spider-Man Wolverine number 3, definitely worth a pickup.
Fantastic.
All right, moving on to.
This one deserves its own spot.
Okay, so this is our third.
Tremendous.
This is our third runner-up. This is ranked number 3. Yeah. Oh wait, no. This is our number 2.
So that's why I said it deserves its own spot.
I was looking at something else.
That was number 3.
Excuse me. So DC Sonic number 5. Fantastic end to a oddball series that on paper should not have worked. I'm gonna say it right now. On paper, this should not have worked. But somehow it did, and the characterizations and the character mashups just feel authentic to each universe's characters, right? Because Barry and Sonic just teasing each other back and forth, that feels like something that would actually happen, and then Amy and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman isn't as serious as everybody thinks, and Amy, she's kind of the closest thing they have to a warrior, So yeah, all of them are just like well written, and their interactions are well written as well. So I'm just a huge fan of this series, and it ends perfectly with the core characters just acknowledging each other and remembering each other in their respective universes. And I'm not going to say how we get there because it's a gas throughout the entire time. Suffice it to say, it does not feel rushed. It does not feel like they just jammed everything in to finish it at once. It does leave a bit of a teaser. I will say that it does. Yes, it does leave a bit of a teaser for a possible future miniseries sequel. But that remains to be seen because we have no confirmation on that yet. But It was fantastic.
Yes, it was tremendous. And I will say one thing though, you can kind of like, from me saying this, I guess you could probably infer who it could be, but like if someone shows up at the end, that I'm all like, did they make him a little bit more robust because of who he was talking to?
I thought so too. I thought that too. But yeah, the design the design did seem a bit more rotund than previous incarnations.
Yes.
Okay,
Like, but hey, I'm here for it.
Like straight up,
It's
I've never
the
seen it.
universe.
Yeah,
I've never seen him look like he went to Golden Corral a lot of times and enjoyed
like
the buffet
3 times a day.
Yeah.
But yes, and it's a damn good comic series. I love it. It's so good. It is fun for the whole family. All right, I do not use that term lightly. It is literally a story that is good for the whole family. Yes, I will tease you a little bit. Supersonic does make an appearance. I'm not going to say anything else about that. 5 out of 5 for DC Sonic number 5. It was
for the
great.
Series.
For the
perfection.
For the series, it was great, man. 5 out of 5 for the series. The trade paperback comes out, I believe, in September or October. Comes out in October. So if y'all guys are waiting for the trade paperbacks, you're gonna have to wait a couple more months. But you're not gonna be disappointed. All right. So 5 out of 5 DC Sonic number 5, definitely worth a pickup. And are we doing the thing? First up, I'm just going to show you this because it's an interesting preview. Look at that. Yeah. All right. There are so many variants of this. And there's only going to be 4 stories in here. And it's, oh, man. One of them, obviously Batman, Deadpool, Wonder Woman, Cap, Crypto, and Jeff. Wow, I totally spaced on that. Crypto and Jeff. And then you're going to get Daredevil and Green Arrow, both of whom were previously written by Kevin Smith, who is coming back for that section of it. So yeah, pretty good preview, Batman, Deadpool. Moving on to our number 1 pick of the week, Ultimate Spider-Man number 19.
The number 1 slab.
Yes, in the number 1 slab. So yes, definitely worth checking out. Ultimate Spider-Man number 19. We will so I'm going to give you a little bit of spoiler warning, okay? We will be talking a little bit more in depth on this, so if you don't want to hear spoilers about Ultimate Spider-Man 19, even though it's been out for like 4 days, like fast forward or something. But yeah, this may so we back before, this is like Ultimate Spider-Man 8
months and
months ago. Ultimate Spider-Man number 8 or 7, can't remember exactly which one. I'm pretty sure it was 7. We made a call that the Pico suit would be the ultimate version of the symbiote. We were not wrong, and the design of it is pretty friggin' intense. Okay, this would make Todd McFarlane really, really proud. I was about to say
monsters.
Yeah, I was about to say Seth.
Seth MacFarlane.
It probably would make him proud too.
I always gotta work. Like I have to remember when it comes to those two, because like sometimes I'm all like, no, not the toys, the show.
Yeah. So this one right here, it does tell that story in a bit of a like a flashback sequence with Richard. So everything is building up still, and honestly, I'm not a fan of slow burns. First of all, I straight up hate slow burns, but for some reason this one has been fantastic, because just when you think you're getting bored with it, they do something like this, and you're like, holy crap, that looks scary. Or it's like the Jeff Bridges King Kong movie for me. Bridges King Kong movie?
Yes, because in that one they start on the boat. Just when it starts to get boring, boom, they find the lady, and you're like, you're back in. And then just when it starts to get boring, boom, they hit the island. It's not like Jack Black's King Kong. It takes a pretty good while to get to the island, but also nothing's really happening in between.
Yeah.
But stuff happens in between this.
Yes, and it is a fantastically done story, and Jonathan Hickman and Chichetto, their collaboration on this series has been nothing short of fantastic. The ultimate experience in Spider-Man, if you will.
Yes.
But I'm wondering how they're going to wrap up so many loose ends by December, because I don't know if you guys seen our little ad or little video that we made, but this is only going to be around until issue 24, which is supposed to come out in December.
It's 5 issues.
So 5 issues left to resolve several loose storylines into like a satisfying ending. So I'm a little concerned on this one.
I mean,
but
I feel like at the same time too, because it's like, okay, yes, this comes to an end, but I imagine at that point, boom, it goes into the big one. They really just kind of gotta like, okay, we go until we get to a point where it's like, okay, bam, we've reached the we've reached the end game storyline,
which is called Ultimate Endgame.
And then that one, so they just get to a nice point. They don't have to resolve everything. They just resolve enough, and then leave a bit that can be resolved in Ultimate Endgame.
Yeah, I can see that.
It doesn't have to solve everything, because even though his main story is ending, the overall story still has time to go.
You're right. Well, we'll see how that goes. But basically, like, the artwork inside is amazing. Mary Jane is getting a little antsy because they've been on the run for the past, 5 issues?
Which kind of scares me.
Yeah.
Because I do not want them to go the route that that writers always seem to go with Spider-Man.
My dude,
like,
the editor just does not like Spider-Man.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, but at this point, it seems like, okay, they're trying to work it out. We understand not all relationships are hunky-dunky all the time. They got the ups and downs, but let them work through it, okay? Let them work through it. Don't end them.
But definitely worth a pickup. Ultimate Spider-Man number 19.
Yes.
5 out of 5. It has been a fantastic story so far. All right. If you can't get the issues, the first 2 storylines are collected in trade paperbacks already.
Yes.
Definitely worth picking up. All right.
My favorite comics in comics right now.
Yeah, it's
and I try to keep, and I don't talk too much while we're reviewing them, solely because of the fact that I love them so much. If I get going, it's gonna be hard to stop.
Yeah, as evidenced by when we did Absolute Batman.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, so that about does it for our reviews, and we didn't really have a whole lot of news. So if y'all guys like the rantings, ravings to Madmen, go ahead and give us a like and follow, and share us with friends. Later.
Peace.